This is the MFS Wellness Podcast. I am Mike Sinopoli, and it is December 1st, 2025, which means we are on the 1 month countdown to the new year, Christmas coming up, and all that good stuff. So typically, this is the month where we really start to think about maybe making a New Year's resolution. Now, I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. And the reason why is because I do feel like it almost acts as a piece that's a procrastination piece almost, or a justification to gorge even more around the holidays, because I think that's just kind of what that does. Like, oh, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to start now. We got Halloween, we got Thanksgiving. I'm just going to go ahead and start up at the new year. And what that does is, oh, it's okay to eat extra and all of this. It's okay to do more of this. I'll start the gym another time. I won't do it right now. Or you're going to put something in place that's so restrictive and you know it's coming. You might be on one of those like, hey, we better eat this now, or better give that a shot now, because at the new year, you're not eating that anymore. At the new year, you're not going to do that anymore. At the new year, it's a no. Your life's over at the new year. Forget it. So you're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and just bask in all of that blissful goodness of food and drinks and everything like that, which is okay to do a little bit. But if it's going to really send you down into a pit, you think about it. If you spent the last 3 months of the year destroying yourself with food, but you want to have a fitness goal or a weight loss goal at the new year, why are you going to dig yourself that deeper hole? And now you're still, I don't know, at mid-February, if you're stuck with it, now you're still back to where you were, sort of. So it's like, what are we doing here with these New Year's resolutions? Now, my favorite New Year's resolution, the one I think everyone should make at some point in their life, is to set up something to where you never have to make a New Year's resolution ever again. So, for instance, like you're on point so much with your gym, your diet, your work, your family, whatever you're going to set it for, because it's not just about fat loss. It just seems like to be that's the most common New Year's resolution is if somebody wants to lose 20 pounds. That just seems to be it. It's just, they don't even think about it. We'll get into that later. But to me, the best New Year's resolution is to go, all right, this year, I want to figure out how I never have to make a New Year's resolution again, and give yourself the whole fucking year, not just the first 2 weeks of January. So I have five New Year's resolution mistakes to avoid. Okay. So you look over here at number five, because it's the thing to do. And what that kind of means is that it's like, hey, we've always done this. It's kind of part of the New Year's, part of the holidays. We're gonna gorge all up until then, and then we're gonna do something because people are asking me what my New Year's resolution is, and I gotta say something. I gotta, because it makes me feel like I'm proactive if I don't make one. No, you don't have to. You don't have to do it. Especially if you look back at the last 12, 15 years or whatever, each year, what did you do? What did you try? Did it work? If you're still making resolutions for the same thing, maybe not. And don't get me wrong, maybe some of these New Year's resolutions have panned out for you. Again, I'm talking from experience here, my own mistakes. I do not preach here from a pedestal or preach at all. I've messed it all up, and I've made some wild, wild New Year's resolutions that blew up in my face, and I learned that way. So that's one benefit, I guess, is you can learn some stuff by falling on your face with these extreme New Year's resolutions and just doing it because that's sort of the thing to do. So that's number five. Number four, very common, is too much, too fast, too soon. Okay. So when you think about it, it's like really super typical that you want to just restructure your life overnight. If you're miserable with how you look, you probably have this like thought in your head. Why, oh, all right, the new year, this is new year, new me, they say. The new year, new me. Don't like that phrase because you're always going to be you. When the calendar flips from the 31st to the 1st, you're the same person. The same traumas affect you. The same habits are there. Everything is the same. Nothing has changed at all, despite that little piece in your brain that believes that the actual calendar has anything to do with your internal behaviors. Just bottom line. So you're the same person. Nothing's going to change. You're still going to crave the certain foods. You're still going to want to have your same habits. And it's not even conscious half the time. It's unconscious. That's the hard part. Unlearning a bunch of shit. Don't try to do something new at the new year. Maybe try something to unlearn some shit that's fucking with you. Like perhaps you can't start learning new shit on top of old bad habits. It's like just building a house on a broken foundation. So you have to rebuild the foundation. So that takes some unlearning and digging and removing of things. So I would highly recommend that, because the most sustainable change is going to come in smaller doses as well. So you might want to, instead of just balls out at the start of the year, you know, fucking give yourself a resolution every month of the year. All right. Like it's like take down a sheet of paper or a fucking put something in your phone. January, we're going to do this. Maybe it's just, hey, I'm going to walk 7,000 steps in January. That's it. That's it. Then February, once you got that, you can tell yourself on February this, hey, I'm going to start my second piece, or if I didn't do what I said I was going to do in January, I'm going to restart it in February. It gives you this grace and this time to go ahead and keep yourself structured on these goals, but you have to put in your brain that you have to ditch the perfectionism, and you have to just realize that this is going to be a lifelong process, which is why you're never going to set a resolution ever again. Okay, so it's getting started, balls out, trying to become a brand new person overnight isn't going to happen. I don't even care how well you plan it. I think it's going to be too much, and the small, sustainable, methodical steps, I think, is going to be the best route. That's just kind of what I've learned. So because if you have a bad moment and you have all that, put all that pressure on you, like think about it. If you're not actually lifting weights, working out, dieting right now, you're doing nothing. You're just sedentary and not doing anything and eating whatever you want. You're really going to put all that on you and flip that all over in one night. And I think that's asking a lot of yourself. And I do believe that our hustle culture, our balls out, our constant, we're trying to be better than everybody and bust it all out. It works against us. Take the small steps. Don't even tell anybody about it. Do it yourself. If you need to tell somebody about it, go for it. That's a little bit of accountability. I get it. Hire a trainer, a coach, even for that, for even more. So that's just my opinion on that. So too much, too fast, too soon is most certainly a big issue with the New Year's resolutions that I see and have done a lot. I've done a lot. Next one here, unrealistic expectations. Okay. So when you start thinking, like I mentioned before, of the perfectionism, if you start and everything needs to be perfect and the way it is, and you have this expectation for it and it doesn't come, you're going to feel like you failed and you're going to throw in the towel. So you're going to quit on yourself and then you feel worse. You want the thing is you don't want to set a New Year's resolution that's going to make you feel worse. And if you set one with unrealistic expectations, that's what happens because that goes in every aspect of life, like relationships, jobs, all kinds of shit. If you are sitting there and you're just saying this is what I'm going to do and that's the goal. If that doesn't actually align, you're going to just it's a failure to lack of a better phrase, even though I feel like as long as you're putting an effort, you really have not failed. You're setting up goals that aren't enough, that won't match the outcome. So just make sure that that's sustainable. So do not set a New Year's resolution that involves someone else's free will either. Okay. So that's part of the unrealistic expectations. If your New Year's resolution requires somebody else to do something or make a decision or act a certain way, probably going to be a failure. So like an example of that would be, say you want to repair your relationship with somebody, whether a friend or a significant other. That's your New Year's resolution. Repair that relationship with them. Well, they have to play ball as well. And if they're not willing to play ball and you have a certain way you want that relationship, they want the relationship the other way, that New Year's resolution is going to fail and was doomed from the start. You can always have good intentions and try to fix a relationship with somebody, or maybe it's a job promotion. Maybe next year, like I'm going to get that promotion next year. It's going to happen. But you know what? There's an executive out there. There's a superior. There's somebody else that's going to have to promote you into that position. Or could be selling something to a client. Say you're going to sell X amounts to this client this year. They have to make the purchase. They have to write the check. Bottom line. So if it kind of has a person involved in it that with their free will and their ability to do what they need to do, and from their perspective, it's probably not a good idea to do that. That's another unrealistic expectation. So keep the New Year's resolutions, I'd say, within your control to where it's you versus you, which is why gym stuff is such a good one, because I've always gone on record saying, and most people in the fitness space will tell you that the gym or diet or any of it is really you versus you, and you are in control of everything. No one can take that away from you. If you can carve out your time for the gym, if you can go ahead and eat right, no one can mess with that for you. It seems like they can because the odds are stacked against us based on our society, but it's possible to do, believe it or not. It's possible. Number two, lack of planning. So this one kind of goes without saying, if you just say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, but there's no plan in place. You have no idea. The New Year flips, you're hungover, and you're like, all right, well, I guess it's time to lose those 20 pounds. I guess I'll go eat some salad or something like that. Like that's probably not going to happen. You haven't laid anything out there. You haven't put into place what you're going to do. This goes back to number 4 when I was talking about planning out the year and little steps, and each month should be its own little resolution to kind of keep you going. Like, okay, so like maybe that's a little more motivation. So like go back and revisit that. So if your January resolution is to walk 7,500 steps a day on average, then you might be more inclined to go ahead and achieve that so that you can start your February one. The goal is to keep is to build a habit. So then now you're used to moving more throughout January. Okay, now February hits, I'm upping my protein to 200 grams a day or whatever it's right for you. So now you're walking, now you're eating more protein. Those are two great habits to be in, more activity and better diet and eating what you need for your body and your muscle mass preservation. And then you can build from there and you keep on making a new one. And they don't all have to be fitness based, but you just kind of go through whatever you need in your life. It could be reading books, could be learning a new skill. I mean, yes, those take time, but it doesn't take another person to kind of go ahead and mess with it. You can do it all yourself. So plan it out. This is a good time to start. It's you have a month right now as of this recording. You have 1 month to go ahead and listen, and you don't need a long time to plan something. You just have to be realistic with it. So there you go. Plan it out. Have realistic expectations. And number one, there's no purpose or inspiration behind it, which means, I mean, this is by far the catalyst for sustainability for anything in life. If you have no like purpose behind it, like I kind of said with lack of planning, if it's just something loosely thrown out there, like you just want to lose those 20 pounds, but you can't dig down deeper as to why you want to lose those 20 pounds. What does that 20 pounds mean to you? What is it? Oh, it's because you look in the mirror, you don't like yourself in the mirror. Or what if you find out you lose the 20 pounds and you still don't like yourself in the mirror? Now what? You're going to lose another 20 pounds? What's your, like, that's all you know? Then it's time to find out why I don't like myself in the mirror. What is the disgust for? What is something else happened in life to go back to? Maybe find out more about yourself with these kinds of things. I know this goes pretty deep, but if you want to find a purpose, a sustainable purpose, I mean, put something else out there than just the mirror or the scale. Forget the scale. Like think about your maybe you're a parent. Think about your kids. Think about setting that example for them. There's I can't come up with it for you. I can't because that inspiration and that goes back a ways. You could be potentially like just damaged from your youth, and you need to go back and look into that. And that's a reason why you have the eating habits you have. So with no purpose or inspiration behind anything, it can fall flat. So I think like that could be a great idea every December 1st. If you're going to set a New Year's resolution, every December 1st, that resolution is finding a purpose, a new purpose of why you're going to make the change you're going to make and who it's for. It should be for yourself primarily. But what else is there? Like, for instance, you could use your children as one. If you don't have children, that's okay. But maybe you want to be an example to other people. Maybe you want to just say, hey, this is something that I can do. Now I can help you with it. Because really we need to escape what we're in here as far as health goes. I mean, it's awful how our country is, just like in the US and in other countries too. It's just, it's all stacked up against us. Lots of meds, maybe getting off of medication. That could be a good New Year's resolution potentially. That's something you can do through diet and exercise is to get off of medications, escape that part of the system a little bit there. And then they don't control you from there. I know it sounds conspiracy-ish, but they do. If you're on a pill, you need the pill. I mean, I know sometimes medication is necessary. Don't get me wrong, but there are about 80% of medications that can be eradicated out of your daily routine just by changing your lifestyle up. So, find that. And, I can't get too deep into that because it's such an individualized basis. And it could be drinking alcohol, maybe. Like, why do you drink? Why are you drinking? Think about that. Like, is it because you just always grew up doing it? Is it because it will take your anxiety and cut it down 75% for about 3 hours? But what happens with that spike of anxiety that hits 3 times as hard as initially was after the alcohol's worn off? So, and why are you drinking like that? And what caused it? And then you kind of go back and you find that purpose. Now maybe you have a reason. Oh, this is why I'm drinking. And it's really crazy because we've normalized alcohol so heavily that it seems weird if you don't do it. It seems like you're admitting a problem by not doing it, which is wild to me. But hey, I'm not perfect. I've quit, gone back, stopped, and gone back before. And it's something that, like I said before, if you just don't feel like a failure, keep trying again. And anyone in the right mindset will support you on that. Again, you have to find you can find people for support, which is great. I'm happy to do that. And, I will support people through these New Year's resolutions and to get in touch with me. I can put that up right there. There we go. See, there's my contact info. Instagram and Facebook is at MFS Wellness and email is mike@mfswellness.com. So coming up to the new year, send me a message if you need it. I do free phone calls. We just talk and see if any of my options fit you. I'm not a therapist, obviously, but I play one on YouTube. Kidding. That's a bad joke. But it's too late to stop and start this now. I'm not going to edit it out, so I don't care. You have to deal with that. But anyways, we like to shoot that conversation around, and you can find out just by talking about yourself a lot of what's going to be best for you. Even a New Year's resolution can be maybe you do need to talk to somebody that can help you understand what's going on. Because, therapy and this nutrition coaching stuff and all of it isn't just necessarily about getting to a result. It's about finding out why you are the way you are and why these habits are so hard to break and why you're maybe resisting unlearning things and why it's scary to unlearn things. So this is the kind of shit that, it's if you're afraid of it, it's probably something to go towards. That's what I've learned. Go for what you're resisting the most. I think that's a good way to sometimes do it. If you've been resisting it and you're quietly resisting it, and that's your issue, then move towards it. I'll use the alcohol as that example again. If you know that alcohol is ruining your relationships, if you know that alcohol is ruining your body, but you're too afraid to go ahead and start the process of removing it from your life and detoxing yourself from that substance, then lean into it. See what you can do, because even a reduction in what you're doing is better. Anything is better. Celebrate every single step along the way. That's why it's fun with the processes instead of just the results. Hey, I did that today. I got this done today. Small little shit, because you're going to set yourself a big ass goal. And that's the only way you're going to say you succeed is by hitting the big ass goal when you're not looking at how the process is changing and how you've become a different person along the way. That's the ultimate goal, because even when you're done with your New Year's resolution, if your New Year's resolution is to lose 20 pounds, you can do it. But what happens when the 20 pounds are gone? There's no guarantee that stays off your body, especially if you're doing something that you're not going to sustain. So that's another way to look at it. That's why it shouldn't just be goal orientated. It should be more of a process orientated thing. And don't be afraid to start it at any point of the year, and just almost forget that New Year's resolutions exist. That's really the best I can say, because I've gotten wrapped up in it. I've seen people fail. I've seen people struggle. I've seen people get so down on themselves and that's so unnecessary. But, this is my best way to kind of help and give my 2 cents out there on this kind of shit. So yeah, the contact info's there. Gave it out. It'll be down in the show notes. So we will be back with some more stuff. I should have some guests here for the end of the year and do a little bit more on this. I do appreciate everybody who listens. I know we just had Thanksgiving, and thankful as fuck, man, for all of you people who have listened, given me feedback on this, subscribed. I love doing it. My goal, and we'll say my New Year's resolution, again, not totally in my control, but I want to do more of these and reach more people and help more people, and not make that out to be just some virtue signal and look at me trying to be a good guy. I really do. I really do think people need that help and need support more than ever in our society. We've become very ego driven. I was very much ego driven and still catch myself. So give yourself the opportunity to fail many times, to restart and retry. Have grace with people, and don't be too quick to write people off if you can. Again, these are all things I'm working on myself. So hit me up. Let me know if I can help you out. We'll talk about the new year and beyond, and we'll talk to you in the next episode.